Joining me in the commentary box for this match is Tony Gregg. You were out in the middle earlier, Tony. How does the pitch look?
Thanks, Jonathan, and good evening, everyone. This pitch is absolutely superb, an excellent cricket wicket. The groundsman's done a fine job. It's hard and fast, so the ball will come onto the bat nicely, but there's also plenty of bounce for the bowlers, with the ball carrying nicely through to the wicketkeeper at around about waist height. The wrist spinners should really enjoy bowling on it.
I can see the captains are waiting to toss. They've won the toss, and it looks like they'll be batting. Well, that's not what I'd have chosen to do. I can't see too many empty seats around the ground, so we must already be close to a full house. A quick bowler to start the first over. What a superb shot. The ball almost seems to accelerate over this outfield.
He picked his spot well there.
He was onto that in a flash. Beautifully played.
Oh, what can I say? He looks in top form today.
The crowd really enjoyed that. Four more.
Absolutely effortless. He hardly seemed to hit it.
Edged. He's played that beautifully once more. Great timing.
They had 4 runs written all over it from the moment it left his bat.
The crowd really enjoyed that. Beautifully played. That's a big hit. It's 6.
Absolutely effortless. He hardly seemed to hit it.
Splendid stroke.
On a pitch like this, I feel for the bowlers. There really is no margin for error.
The crowd enjoyed that shot. Beautiful timing. That's in the air, and it's sailed over the fence.
Seeing that ball sail over the fence is the worst sight in cricket if you're a bowler.
He was onto that in a flash. Batsman came back for a second. Quality timing there. 4.
That was a cracking shot. He really got into position beautifully there.
Very good timing. That's raced away through.
Absolutely effortless. He hardly seemed to hit it.
Let's have a look at that from another angle. That'll be 4 more.
Oh, super shot again. He's got into a perfect position for that shot. Head over the ball, weight forward. It was fun, and certainly a lot of fun with hindsight.
Well, that's a cracking shot. Beautiful time. Smashed for 4.
They had 4 runs written all over it from the moment it left his bat.
Batsmen are looking for 2. He looks very pleased.
This has been
That really was a peach of a delivery.
his coach will definitely have him back in the nets first thing in the morning practicing that shot.
Let's have a look at that again. Real concentration required from the new batsman here. But he's mistimed that, it's run away off the edge. Unlucky bowling there.
Great catch. It's important not to miss anything in the field at all.
Let's take a look at that from another angle. Another over gone. That's out. Caught. Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out.
He played really well out there, but lost his concentration at a vital moment.
Let's have a look at the action replay. New. The ball almost seems to accelerate over this outfield.
That was a fine shot for four.
That was a very confident shot. Top quality shot. He found the gap with precision. Batsmen are looking for two. Brilliant timing.
Oh, what can I say? He looks in top form today.
Oh, lovely timing. That's out. Caught. And from another angle.
Well, the bowler won't like that too much.
The fielder hardly had a... Batsmen are looking for two.
No ball.
One more to sundries. Beautiful timing. Great footwork. Beautiful shot.
Everything was in the right place there. It fairly raced the boundary.
That was a confident shot. That was 4 runs as soon as he hit it.
That was a cracking shot. He really got into position beautifully there.
Terrific shot.
Timed that to perfection.
Well, what can I say? He looks in top form today.
Found the gap there, and that races away for 4. Great timing.
He picked his spot well there.
4 more. That was a confident shot. Picked the gap beautifully. 4 runs. He used the pace of the outfield perfectly. Let's have a look at that from another angle. Batsman coming back for a second. That was good running by the batsman.
Terrific shot.
Oh, lovely timing. He played that beautifully.
He hit that with great power. Thin edge. That's out. The tail's exposed after a crucial breakthrough.
I think he needs to spend a bit more time in the nets to iron out those errors in his game.
Let's take another look at that in replay. Tail's really exposed now. That's beautifully played. The ball coming right out of the middle of the bat. Super shot there.
He's found the gap.
He hit that over the top expertly.
That was a cracking shot. He really...
Very good timing. He really looks in good nick today.
No ball.
No ball. A free hit. He looks very pleased. Quite right.
There were 8 fours in that, and 1 or 2 will certainly live in memory.
Let's look at that again. Batsman coming back for a second. That's a sensational shot. That's run away for 4.
He's found the gap. Well, he really middled that. That's 6 glorious runs.
That's out of the ground. The fielder hardly had a chance to move. That's an appalling opener.
What's the umpire going to say about this one?
That's 7 off the overlap. They're in disarray. Batsmen are looking for 2. Very well timed. The bowler looks most unimpressed with it.
Well, that's a wonderful shot. He looks in great shape out there.
The batsmen are coming back for a second. He's mistimed that, it's run away off the edge. Batsmen are looking for 2. Mix up here. That's the 50 partnership for this pair. Beautifully timed.
He plays that shot really well and it brings him a lot of runs.
And another 4.
That had 4 runs written all over it from the moment it left his bat.
The crowd enjoyed that shot. His captain won't be too happy with that. Top quality shot. He really struck that beautifully.
Wonderful shot. He really punched the bowler there.
The fielder hardly had a chance to move.
Well, if you want to show the kids the perfect way to play that shot, there's a fine example.
That was a classic cover drive. Well, that's a cracking shot. The bowler looks most unimpressed with that.
No ball.
A no ball. That'll be another free hit for the batsman. The batsman coming back for a second. Confident appeal. The umpire shakes his head. Let's have a look at that in Hawkeye. Edged.
What's the umpire going to say about this one?
That's out.
Brilliant fielding. That sort of thing can change the course of a match.
Let's take a look at that from another angle. I'm sure the new batsman will look to play himself in. Beautifully played. 6.
Well, the bowler won't like that too much.
Bowler really needs to keep it tighter. That brings the innings to a close. He's getting a polite round of applause as he makes his way to the pavilion.
bowlers to see what they can do on this pitch. The absolute ultimate. And to get your test cap, to be handed that test cap, is something that they can...
Apparently no time to waste. Into the ground for 6 to kickstart his innings. That came right off the meat of the bat. Oh, that's a cracking shot.
Seeing that ball sail over the fence is the worst sight in cricket if you're a bowler.
There it goes, miles out of the green.
The bowler might just have to put a little extra into his next delivery.
Bowler really needs to keep it tighter. He's hit that well. Timed that to perfection.
Well, that's a wonderful shot. He looks in great shape out there.
Four more.
He might have hit that in the air, but there really was no fielder out there, so that wasn't much of a risk.
That was a sloppy piece of cricket. Nice shot.
Well, that's a wonderful shot. He looks in great shape out there.
That's not the place to bowl at this batsman. It's the end of another over. Great timing on the shot. That is a shot right out of the coaching manual.
He got everything absolutely right there and was rewarded with...
He's played that beautifully.
Oh, a super shot again. He's got into a perfect position for that shot. Head over the ball, wait forward.
They'll have to hurry. The ball just runs out. Let's have a look at that again. New batsman in. Quality timing there.
Poor bowling there, he really couldn't afford to bowl him there.
The crowd really enjoyed that.
Ducked it over for the batting side. Quality timing there. That's raced away for 4.
That was a fine shot for 4.
Let's take another look at that in replay. Plenty of pressure on the new batsman now. He's gone for nothing. Let's have a look at that from another angle. Chance goes down. The bowler will be really disappointed with that.
It's a well-known fact that catchers win matches.
Great shot. That's raced away through.
He plays that shot really well and it brings him up.
4 from the opener. Brilliant timing.
Great shot. That'll give him some confidence.
Well, let's see if that affects his concentration. Right out of the top drawer. He picked that right off his nose.
He's really treating this bowling with absolute contempt.
Immaculate timing.
Well, what about that? What a shot that was.
Great footwork. Beautiful shot. That was a confident shot. Batsman coming back for 2. Let's have a look at that from another angle. Real concentration required from the new batsman here.
No ball.
No ball. Quality timing now. I can just imagine what's going through the bowler's head right now, and he won't be a happy penny. This over is proving to be quite expensive.
Well, that's a cracking shot. Beautifully timed.
Hit the gap beautifully. 4 runs.
Well, if you want to show the kids the perfect way to play that shot, there's a fine example.
That's gone many a mile.
And a cracking shot that one. He looks in fantastic form.
Great footwork, beautiful shot.
That was a cracking shot. He really got into position beautifully there.
He's going to have to move here. Batsman came back for a second.
They're having a shout. Gone. Brilliant fielding. That sort of thing can change the course of a match.
And from another angle. I'm sure the new batsman will look to play himself. No run there. Very expensive over indeed.
No ball.
That was a sloppy piece of cricket. So a free hit. He can only be run out. He's hit that very hard.
That was a fine shot for four.
Well, he's playing to the crowd now. Terrible over. Far too expensive. Replay.
Well, that's a cracking shot. Beautifully timed.
Well, he rocked back beautifully there. His weight was just in the right place and away he went for four.
Beautifully timed.
Good placement. That'll really annoy the fielding people. He gave him too much width there. Well, the bowler's taking a bit of stick out there. Beautifully played. Let's take a look at that from another angle. Good bowling. Out! No, he's dropped it! Must have taken his eye off it at the last moment.
Didn't get himself into a good position to make the catch, and it's no surprise he put it down.
Oh, great shot.
He might not have been quite to the pitch, but continued with the shot anyway and hit it miles.
Great stop. No run there. 10 from the over, and his captain won't be happy with that. He's played that beautifully. And 6.
Ooh, he really laid with that one.
I thought that was going to join us in the commentary box. One more to the extras column. That's out. Ball. Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out.
He batted really well out there.
Let's have a look at that from another angle. Serious pressure on the new man in there. Good shot down the ground.
Oh, lovely timing. He played that beautifully.
The fielder hardly had a chance to move. That's it. Out! No, he's dropped it. The bowler will be really disappointed with that.
No ball.
No ball. Low balls these days mean the batsman has a free hit, who can only be run out off this ball. The umpire shakes his head. Immaculate timing. That's cleared the infield. 4 runs.
That was beautifully put away for 4.
That clattered into the horns. The ballman seems to accelerate over this outfield.
He lifted that way over the infield really well.
Beautiful time. He just can't fault the placement there. 4 runs.
Wonderful shot. He really punished the bowler there.
Mix up between the batsmen. He's hit that very hard. That's gone way into the stand. 6 runs.
Oh, super shot again. He's got into a perfect position for that shot. Head over the ball, weight forward.
Dropped it. Let's have a look at that again. New tail-end batsman in now, and the end of the over. What a superb shot. That was superb placement.
Smashing shot. Really magnificent. I'd pay money just to come and see that again.
That's raced away for 4.
On a pitch like this, I feel for the bowlers, there really is no margin for error.
That was a classic cover drive. Low run there, they simply can't get it away. Great timing. That was 4 the moment it left the net.
Well, I reckon that's demoralising for the bowler, but he needs to bounce back quickly. That's it.
Batsman coming back for a second. Well, what's the umpire going to say about this one? Let's have a look at that from another angle.
They're tough ones for the umpire. We get to see it in slow.
There's the signal. He's safe. 15 runs taken off the over. Another single for the batsman. One more extra. Batsman coming back for 2.
They're having a shout. They're tough ones for the umpire. We get to see it in slow motion or with Hawkeye over and over, but in the middle, they only get one shot at it at full speed.
batsmen are looking for 2. Lovely shot. That came right out of the meat of the bat.
The bowler might just have to put a little extra into his next delivery.
The bowler really needs to keep it tighter. Bowler's beginning to lose his line of length.
Well, I reckon that's demoralising for the bowler, but he needs to bounce back quickly.
That's a good shout. Got him!
He was yards out there. That was a terrible run to take.
Let's look at that again. So into the tail now, and these lower order batsmen have got to show some resistance. Batsman coming back for a second. That really was a peach of a delivery.
Well, he certainly wasn't out in the middle for very long.
Let's take a look at that from another angle. New tail-end batsman in now. That's it, it's all over. The will to win this 2020 match was there for everyone to see. Well done to the winning team.